Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the British forces, we have Topgaming. Spawning his teammate as the USF, we have Hauptmann, that's a German name, but not sure playing Germany. Spawning as the Wehrmacht player, we have Koumakan and AndxZz. And his teammate as the Panzer Elite player, we have superduperuser. Of course, got an early barracks. It's not uncommon though we see support weapon centers, because getting out from early sniper support out the British forces. They also can occasionally leave your British teammate hung out to dry. Another infantry section being deployed on out. And the fuel point's being captured by the... Oh, two AndxZz. Interesting. Going for the munitions point and the fuel point here. This point will be captured up, but won't be in supply. Fuel point be captured by the Wehrmacht player, so is this munitions point now. Engineers captured along the right flank, Brits captured the left flank. He's going for the Bren carrier, then packing up the HQ.
Capture complete. That's another one for the king.
Strategic point has been captured. Volksgrenadiers making their advance. Bren carrier deployed. And HQ packing on up. Volksgrenadier eyeing a bit of wire. And the Koumakan has captured this fuel point, but once again it's out of territory. This one is in territory right now. The Koumakan is pushing way forward. We've got some Panzer Grenadiers deployed out now. Two squads of Panzer Grenadiers near the Volksgrenadiers. The right side, Pioneers are going to be captured this fuel point. This may be the first engagement of the game.
Capture complete.
Yep, the first bolts will be fired now. US player does get the first shot off. Of course, Pioneers and Engineers, some of the oldest enemies in the game. Just like snipers and other snipers. Bren carrier is advancing as well. This one is a scope rifle squad in the back as well. Rotating the thing around, we'll get a couple of guys firing. Both of the Panzer Grenadier models here are sort of pinned up. They may actually can't retreat back right there. That Panzer Grenadier squad needs to fall back. Okay, there is actually avenue for them to escape on out of there. This Panzer Grenadier is engaged as well. The Bren carrier should have plenty of health to engage this.
Reporting they have destroyed a German target.
That looks like the Pioneer may have went down, I believe. It wasn't the Panzer Grenadier. Motorcycle and Riflemen engaging at close range with the Pioneer to support. Second Rifleman squad advancing as well, so that is going to be easy engagement for the US Riflemen. And that motorcycle is dead. Right about now. Bren carrier is using their repair ability now, not relying on his teammates' engineers. Riflemen will find the Volksgrenadiers. And the MG42 will find the Riflemen. Though these Volksgrenadiers and Riflemen will gauge on out, the AoE suppression does come forward. MMG carrier upgrade on the way. Volksgrenadiers advancing, trying to get some shots there onto the Bren carrier as the defense crews are getting some good damage there onto the Bren carrier. These squads are still suppressed. Volksgrenadier gains some good damage on in. Volksgrenadiers and gains some good damage to the Bren carrier, but now got the MMG carrier upgrade. Missing quite a bit on that on the MG42. It looks like maybe actually hitting the Volksgrenadiers. Scope rifle squad here getting suppressed and pinned by the MG42. And we've got this Bren carrier receiving quite a bit of fire. Bren carrier is getting some repairs. Pioneers are advancing and getting some good and re-suppress and pins the infantry section squad. Riflemen, however, do win out for this fight for this Volksgrenadiers. Eyeing for flank. Got a medic station here as well, very nice. And I got a big wave of Panzer Grenadiers. Grand carrier, MMG carrier does go down.
Reports a vehicle has been destroyed.
Rifleman threw out a grenade. That could be a very deadly grenade. Did some good damage there. Mostly this squad's quite wounded. This squad is still suppressed. And it should be overran. Does get forced back there. Kaliningrad captured the left side of the map. Intersections running around. Mostly out of sector, however. Headquarters command truck, bringing in the infantry support truck now. And this Panzer Grenadier, oh, it needs medics still. We got also the lieutenant in a pretty good position there, asking his teammate for his teammates to support him as well. Getting a bit overwhelmed. He needs to focus on this wounded squad. Focusing that guy down will get some good damage in, get a lot of model kills there. But he's having a bit of trouble. He hasn't got a single model there. He's sending another squad there. Now this guy's getting hit significantly. He does do a forward retreat there, so the Brit managed to fight off the advance. US player arrived a little bit too late. And do got a bunker here. It's facing that way. That's likely going for a casualty recovery bunker. A very close range casualty recovery bunker, which means hopefully can grab a lot of casualties. Or free grenadiers. Next station has recovered one casualty there for the US player. And now we've got a supply yard being deployed out at the same time as the Kriegsberg.
We're sitting on a ton of bloody munitions, so stay sharp, lads.
That's not really a ton of munitions there. That's a +5. I just love how the quotes can be out of context sometimes. Mortar emplacement going down. Very nice. It does get cancelled right there. Also very nice. Depends who you're rooting for. MG42 is being deployed on down. Got the Volksgrenadier laying down some sandbags. And does find an angle there, suppressing down the scope rifle squad. Once again, Captain has deployed out. Sappers, not a steward, being deployed out. Does have quite a bit of fuel there. Maybe going straight for the armor command truck wouldn't be half bad. Kaliningrad will get buttoned there by the Brens. We'll see quite a bit of fire there. Will likely go down. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Yep, they shot that unarmed man in the back.
The vehicle has been knocked out.
Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. One of them is a tank buster squad. So got another Panzer truck here as well. He may be going for tank hunter if we see these squads for extra Panzer trucks. But then again, getting out some Panzer trucks right now wouldn't be half bad. Lieutenant does capture the point there. These guys lost their influence of the nearby lieutenant, and does meet get suppressive fire there, and now falling on back. More landmines being poured on out. Very nice. And he does spot this medic station. These P2 command trucks can provide some good pressure to the headquarters command truck. Please go to the armor command truck as well. Suppressive fire does connect. Does use heroic charge to cover suppressive fire. Captain does not have any casualty, but the lieutenant does. Does use the healing ability as well. Getting these guys topped off from health. Topgaming getting topped off. Ah, that's a horrible joke. And a pair of landmines being deployed out there now. 2 Volksgrenadiers here, 4 models each. And here comes the armor command truck. Going for an early Cromwell wouldn't be half bad. Up a field support truck pushing his way forward as well. Let's see what sector he's going for. He does, of course, have this fuel point secured. If he deploys on more fuel points, he's eyeing going for a lot of armor. He'll deploy on some munitions point there as well. Munitions never hurt as well, depending. We also don't know what doctrine he's gone for at the moment. These forces are a little bit passive, so are these forces. And we got a mortar raining on it. Is it a mortar half-track? No, regular mortar squad. Very nice. Detonates landmines there well, and I think there may have been a squad wipe. I think there was 4 squads, not 3 squads there. I see a lot of dead rifleman models, so it could have been a squad wipe there. But I could be mistaken. Medic station may go down. I think the US player is just AFK. Medic station does go down.
QM's just distributed supercharged rounds to the arty line.
And now I've got artillery, and I think the US player is just AFK in the game. He's losing everything. Not so sure what happened there. Don't see any lag spikes. Maybe he had to make a quick emergency restroom break. Half-track does suppress this intersection there. Does the rear machine gun firing as well. And I see a 25-pounder detonates what sounds like a landmine while at it. That 25-pounder is relatively close, so the rounds will come quite quickly. Pioneers capturing that point there. Panzer Grenadiers advancing with 2 of the Panzer Rex. If he's able to get those Panzer Rex to that, what's called 25-pounder, that would be great. Rifleman slowly firing away. Looks like there's no windows inside, or at least not one of this mortar. Not mortar, Ghost Grenadier engaged. And there goes the Rifleman squad. 251 does get destroyed there. Unknown doctrine selection here. And so unknown doctrine here. And this Wehrmacht player has a lot of resources stockpiled up. Doesn't have Craft Center, does have the Kriegsberg. These forces are all falling back now. So you find a landmine there, very nice. And got the scope rifles go around capturing some squads. Or not squads, points. Grenada Warfare was decrewed. Stag Hound was spotted there. It does get suppression there onto the Grenadier squad. Does fall back now.
Veteran seek gain.
He will be pursuing these Grenadiers back.
We have lost a unit.
He does wipe with the Grenadiers now. Sorry about that. I'm going to open up another drink. I'm going to drink a lot of fluids today to keep my throat moistened and not dried out from all the casting.
We've seized one of their fuel locations.
Looks like the US player has finally got back into the game. He lost quite a bit. We do got a tank depot. Is it going to be Shermans or M10s? It is full Sherman, so best go for armor doctrine. 2 Sherman tanks will help you get a nice rotation of Sherman tanks for the Allied war machine. Rifleman captured that point now. The Panzer Grenadiers are falling on back. Pioneers have captured this point over here. The Allies need to get some more territory. Another 25-pounder barrage raining on in. And the bunker is getting repaired on up. Not sure how many casualties to recover to switch over to him. He has 1 more casualty for Free Grenadier. He has 1 Grenadier deployed out on the field. Only 1 level of infantry veterancy. No additional battle phase, I don't believe, is research. Though I think he has less fuel now, so he must have gotten the assault battle phase. He could have the final battle phase as well, but it's hard for me to say. Vet 2 infantry, and we do have a martyr out in the field. Not really useful at this moment in time. Maybe we'll hit the Stag Hound. It will be useful for Sherman tanks. They're charging on 4 as well. Gietz and Bren Gun are a great thing to have sprinting forward. Water finds a hit, well, finds a shot, does not roll a hit. Pioneers and Pulse Grenadiers are advancing. Pulse Grenadiers are not fully reinforced, does fall back now. Water won't be able to engage the Sherman tank with the Gietz around. And let's lose those pioneers. Bunker has not got his free grenadier just yet.
Attention! The enemy advances.
Martyr makes his advance. He does get the free grenadier now. Best retreat back entirely. He does not need to worry about rebuilding the bunker to get his free grenadier now. It has 0 casualties remaining, so
Our forward supply lines are broken.
that's not redeployed anytime soon, unless you know a better spot for it. Mortar half-track lining up a barrage somewhere, perhaps on the VP itself. Actually quite a bit stacked there. 2 sappers. First mortar round was incendiary mortar, and also a regular high explosive mortar right there would have been a bit better. 2 Sherman tanks have been deployed on our field. We may see another Sherman tank. Yep, 3rd Sherman tank. Patrick Stu finds space there on those Sherman tanks there. Can still withstand 2 more and not die. Martyr's advancing, however. And 70 pounder, no, that's well, Sherman Firefly has a 70 pounder. It does make its way forward. And as Sherman tank has received a bit too much fire there, does receive some damage from the Stu as well. Engine is damaged. Does take out the Pack 38 as well with the 25 pounder barrage. Sherman tank's advancing, trying to get some good damage there onto the Martyr. The Martyr is quite wounded, and generally the Sherman tank wins on 1v1 against the Martyr. The Martyr just does not have enough durability to warrant its damage output. If I were to make any sort of balance changes, I would either give the Martyr a little bit more health or a little bit more damage. Because right now, they just don't really do their job all too well. Which the Hetzler could be the more durable asset in comparison, so the Martyr could have higher damage, the Hetzler has more durability if you want a good comparison between the two. So a bit more important to a higher damage for the Martyr if there was ever future balance changes. We do have the Hauptmann power shoot raining on in. These guys are not responding, like the US player earlier in this game. Annihilates the MP42. The 2 fresh Sherman there does take out the Stu with the barrage. Now Sherman tanks have a lot of targets in front of them. This one will need to fall back into repairs along with this one here. And the AndxZz player is actually back to the game. So even though the US player was AFK from half the game, they still won. Jawohl. Either way, that's AndxZz saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.